Good morning, everyone. It's South Bros. How you all doing? And welcome to the other episode of Breaking Dawn. It is Breaking Dawn. It is Thursday morning. Break of dawning. Now I'm yawning early in the morning. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Welcome to Stretford Post. I am Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. You are nice to know you. To nice you nice. Nice to know you nice. Of course, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Guys, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And smash a like on the video. That'd be absolutely superb if you guys can do that. Could be as kind to do that for me. If you could be as kind to do that for me, guys, that'd be brilliant. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I'd be chuffed, guys. And let me see who's early in the chat, guys. Let's say good morning, Sanjay. The early birds are in. The early bird eats the worm, so they say, don't they? Big up, shout out to everyone. Shout out to Sanjay. Shout out to Kazi, the legend, of course. The Kazi, the legend. Absolutely. I hope you're all doing well, guys. You know what? I've just been digesting football news today while I was watching Paul Pogba's interview as well. So I'm going to have my thoughts about that. I'm going to get some quotes up in regards to Paul Pogba. I'm going to have my thoughts about that. I'm also going to talk about, you know, the Mainoo injury blow that he could be out for up to 5 weeks, guys. The Ugarte injury, bro. For goodness sake, he's going to be out for weeks as well. It's mad, isn't it? You know what I mean? Can we catch a bloody break? Can we catch a break? Can we catch a break, guys? We can't, can we? With these injuries, they're driving us crazy because you know what? We need our best team out there. We need our best team out there. And we can't seem to get our best team out there. I don't know why we keep getting these injuries. I don't quite know why we keep getting this bad luck. Do you know what's going on at Man United? Because I certainly don't. This is an absolute curse. We need someone to come in. We need a sheikh to come into Man United or a priest to come into Man United and start blessing the football stadium and blessing Man United, because at the end of the day, something is seriously going wrong at Man United in regards to injuries, in regards to off-field issues and bad luck in general, results, whatnot, whatever. You know what? We need something to change because I mean, who are we going to play on Saturday? We've got no Mainoo. We've got no Ugarte. Who's going to be? Casemiro and Eriksen crying out loud. We're going to have to play him, unfortunately, guys. You know what? It's going to be a very, very dodgy game against Brentford now. Definitely looking a little bit dodgy, isn't it? If we're being totally honest, guys. If being totally honest. But good morning, David. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, afternoon, evening, McGlory. But Man United fans around the world, let's go. I love the positivity. You got to bring me up, guys. You're bringing me up. Big up. 7:02 a.m. 7:02 a.m. My goodness me, you guys, you're on it. You're on it, bruv. You're on it. Big up, everyone, of course, guys. And the Manchester United managerial merry-go-round shows its face again as 2 Premier League managers have quoted as saying that they are interested in the Manchester United job should the position become available, of course. Erik ten Hag is still our manager, guys. Let's not forget Erik ten Hag is still our manager. So should the job become available, 2 Premier League managers have said that they would like the job. What do you think about that, guys? Is it all media spin? You know, we've had a lot of spin around. We're like Carly Minogue. I am spinning around the girl of my way. Goodness me. And that was terrible, wasn't it? You don't want to hear that voice early in the morning, for goodness sake, especially Kazi, 7 in the morning, hearing me sing. Flipping hell. My goodness, give you a headache, give you a migraine. Big up everyone, of course, David. We need to do some like ritual. We always have injuries. David, I'm being absolutely serious here, mate. I'm being serious. You know what? I do believe we need some divine inspiration because I don't think this is natural. This is not right. These injuries that we're having again and again and again, are we just going to let it go? Are we going to get a priest or a Movisab in the stadium right now and start praying around the stadium and making sure that we don't have any of this bad luck again? It's a little bit crazy. I'm thinking about, do you know what? I've been thinking about this for a while. I said, do you know what? We're the only team who get this like injuries constantly. And you know what? It's not Ten Hag now because this was that Uruguay duty. So who are you going to blame now? You're going to blame Ten Hag? You're going to blame the Ghostbusters? Do you know what I mean? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? We need Ghostbusters at Man United at the end of the day. We do definitely need Ghostbusters because something down is going down at Man United. And I don't quite know what it is, you know, because 60-odd injuries last season, 40-odd partnerships in defence. It's crazy at the end of the day. We can't seem to catch a break and we can't get our first team together. What's going on, guys? Madness at the end of the day. Absolute crazy. You know what? I'm going to bring in some of these quotes from, before I start, obviously bringing some quotes from Paul Pogba, if I may, from his interview yesterday. I believe the interview was yesterday, guys, but I'm going to bring in the quotes from Paul Pogba, if I may, guys. So Our relationship, basically, Paul Pogba was talking about Jose Mourinho. He said our relationship was like boyfriend and girlfriend. We were like breaking up and making up, break up, just to make up, just to do it all over again. It started great. He was one of the reasons I went back to Manchester United. Let me just get rid of this real quickly. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Yeah, it was one. It was a great. First, it started great. He was one of the reasons I went back to Manchester United because I spoke to him and he convinced me to come back. I don't know why it turned out into a nightmare and us fighting because I wasn't fighting. I didn't start the fight. I didn't start the fight. He said it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Absolutely, Shaggy said it. We disagreed like managers and players do sometimes, but there's a lot of respect from me to him. If I see him tomorrow, it's a huge hug. But one day we will have to sit down together and discuss it. United legend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer replaced Mourinho, and Pogba scored 11 goals in 27 periods throughout the rest of the 2018-2019 period. Despite his strong form, the now 31-year-old hinted at his potential search of a new challenge that followed summer and now has revealed that such a move away was blocked. He also said, in the same interview, Pogba continued, I will tell you something I've never told anyone. The year Jose went to and Ole came in, it was my best season at United. But after the last game, I told Ole and Ed Woodward that I thought it was my last year and that I wanted to leave. I was 27 back then. It didn't work out the way I wanted. I gave my best, but I didn't see the club going upwards. There you go. Very telling there. Manchester United, City, and Liverpool were better than us, and they were improving. Ole said yes to me leaving, and that he would talk to Ed. Very interesting. My head was already that I wanted to go, but I came back for pre-season because I wanted to be professional. I spoke to Ed to try to make them move, but he blocked it. I didn't want to play for United anymore, but I had to be professional. Mentally, I wasn't there. And when I got the injuries, Pogba left in 2022 and is currently at Juventus, with his return to football potentially set to become later this season following the reduction of his doping ban. He tested positive after elevated levels of testosterone in his system, and the Italian Anti-Doping National Tribunal issued the sanction in February, of course, guys. Pogba also said, during an interview with Sky Sports that was released on Wednesday, he accepted responsibility but relieves the initial 4-year ban, which was now being reduced to 18 months, was harsh. Yes, of course, that means I take responsibility. Yes, I do. Tools, and yes, I did take tools. Let me read this one. That means I take responsibility of, yes, I took the supplements, he said. He did take the supplements, of course. I didn't triple check. Let's put it like that. Even if it came from professional, if I have to be punished, I'm fine with it. But it should never be 4 years. Asked why he took the drug, he said, I would tell you the whole story, but the easy way is I would get you the document. Then you can see it for yourself. It explains everything. That's the only thing I would say. Not at all. Seriously, you have all the answers. It was in the document. It was just general stuff. It had nothing to do with the injury and nothing to do with the document. It's like supplements that you would take. Probably you would take it. You go to the pharmacy and you get the supplements. In my case, it was totally different, as it was given by a professional for just having a supplement just for the normal health. But there was mistake there. There was a mistake there. So that was the comments, obviously, from Paul Pogba there. I don't know what you make of that, guys. You know what? Paul Pogba is history. No good for me. He's history. No good for me. He's absolutely history. Absolutely. You know what? I feel for him a little bit. You know what? The 4-year ban was a little bit extreme, of course, guys, especially if it wasn't his fault. Of course, it reminds me of the Rio Ferdinand case all those many years ago when he got banned for 8 months, and then Edgar Davids got guilty of taking drugs, and then he didn't get banned. He only got banned for like 2 months, which was a bit unfair, wasn't it, guys? Absolutely. Good morning, Rasta. How you doing, my friend? Hope everything is well with you, bro. Big up, Sal. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rasta. Hope everything is good for you. Richard, Man United going to win it. Richard, you're trolling again, mate. You're a robot. Richard is the chat again, bantering. Absolutely good. Block the bastard. Ten Hag, get rid of him. Moderators, do your thing. Listen to that stuff, Pogba. It's all down to the previous board. They do no idea how to run a football club, let alone management. They were atrocious. Absolutely. Listen to the Man United, he said it himself that Man United weren't going anywhere. He said that Liverpool and Man City were improving and we weren't improving, but we've been saying that for many, many years. Hopefully we have turned a corner. We really do hope we turn a corner. We don't want the same regime. We don't want anything to be the same as it was back then. Do you know what I mean? I was very excited when we signed Pogba. I was extremely excited. It was probably the most excited I've been since since Sir Alex Ferguson left. In regards to signings, I was really happy we signed Paul Pogba back. But you know what? It didn't work out for whatever reason. We're just a complete mess. That season we signed Pogba and Ibrahimovic and those, man. I honestly felt that we're going to challenge for the title, but it didn't quite work out that way, did it? Crazy as it seems, of course. So we got more injuries in the squad. It's like a curse, mate. Yeah, Rasta, I've been saying that at the beginning of the squad. I've been saying that we need to get a priest or a reverend or someone down at the stadium and start giving blessings to the stadium. I said it at the beginning of the show that it is something. This is no coincidence. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. And you can't blame Erik ten Hag now. This was on Uruguay duty. Do you know what I mean? And, we can't. It's something going on within Man United. There's something fundamentally wrong. You know what I mean? Whether we have to get some divine inspiration, we don't know. But I would look at that. I know people will laugh at that, but I seriously would look at that, guys. Absolutely would seriously look at getting some divine inspiration. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these injuries are no coincidence. 60-odd injuries last season, 40-odd different centre-back partnerships. It was crazy. You know what I mean? It was crazy. And, we have to look at this and we have to look at every single avenue. What's going on? Are we cursed? Are we cursed? We could be. We need to look at it. Man United are the best. Richard. Yeah, I agree with you. Man United are the best football club in the world, guys. Absolutely, Man United are the best football club in the world. Absolutely, completely agree with that. Of course, Rasta, I do. I really do. I agree with that, my friend. I do. But you know what? In regards to Paul Pogba's comments right there, do you know what? It is quite hard hitting, but it is obviously from his point of view in regards to Jose Mourinho and falling out with each other. Of course, Jose Mourinho is very opinionated. Jose Mourinho demands the best of his players every single time. You know what? Pogba weren't quite performing how we thought he would perform. For whatever reason it is, I don't know. But you know what? I think he's a very good player. I don't think he's quite an elite level, as some people do. There is a Pogba FC thing out there that's saying that he's world class and blah, 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 and all this stuff, guys. He's world class. I don't agree with that. Myself, I really don't agree with him being an elite player. I think he's a very good player. But he didn't work out for us. I read that Zidane's considering the manager job, but he said that the squad isn't good enough and he would need to players and once if he's considered the job. I said this months ago. I said this. If you look at type down straight for post Zidane, I mentioned it in regards to the players that he wants. He wants to come at Man United, but he feels like the squad is not good enough. I said that months ago, guys, and you know what? Media are just picking it up now. You know what I mean? I did say it months ago, and if you look at, I'm gonna put it on the stream. Do you know what? I tell you, people think I don't know nothing. People think I don't know nothing, but I'll show you. Yeah, that when I posted this thing up, you know what I mean? And these media outlets basically like to copy things months after I've said it. Do you know what I mean? And you know what? No props to me. No co-sign business. Nothing like that. Nothing. No links and that. Here's what I said a while ago in regards to Dan, and he wants his own transfer malarkey, of course, which has been out. I mentioned it a long time ago. I hope Erik ten Hag can put a good team on Saturday. Try and put two players in their right positions. Maybe we'll pull something out of the bag. It's going to be tough, game Brent, but it's going to be even tougher now that Ugarte's injured. Of course, he's going to be injured for weeks now. Apparently, he's going to be out for weeks. We've also got Mainoo's out for approximately 5 weeks as well. We can't catch a break, guys. We can't. This is getting a little bit sad now. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. And I'm a bit worried about the game on Saturday now. Who are we going to play? Casemiro and Eriksen. I mean, it should be good enough. It should be good enough. Casemiro is obviously a good player. You know, he hasn't performed well this season, but for me, he's a good player. And obviously Eriksen, who's playing all season. So hopefully it will be that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Let me just close this up real quick. There we go. Yeah, so Sal, I'm looking forward to the match anymore. I'm not looking forward to the match anymore. The games are mentally in the dressing room is weak. You could see it just by watching them on the pitch. Mate, there's a problem within the football team. There's a problem within the stadium. There's a problem within the camp at the end of the day. I would say that Man United have a fundamental issue with mentality. I do agree with that. I do think there's a number of players in there that are not quite right. I do believe that, and I believe that Man United do need to get rid of a lot of players at our football club. There's still 7, 8 players there who are there. I mean, look at the injuries. I mean, how can we cope with this amount of injuries? Every single bloody season, we're getting these injuries, and it's driving me mad. It is driving me mad, to be honest with you, because we can't catch a break. And if we can't pick out our best team, how are we gonna progress? How are we gonna if we can't pick out our best team again? You know, it's mad. It is mad. That's how Kazi. I'm not sure what that emoji is, Kazi. What is that? Would Ineos let Zidane bring in his own players or only one as a coach? I mean, I hope they probably will let him bring in a few players, probably spend some money on him during the summer. Obviously, Ineos do have some money and they will be spending that amount of money every single season. The amount of money we spent this season, they have already said that this won't be a one-off, that this will be every single season. This will be every single season. So it's not a one-off. So at the end of the day, so guys... who's your defensive midfielder, Saturday? We ain't got any choice, mate. We got no choice, but it's Casemiro and not Ugarte is injured. Casemiro and Eriksen, most likely. I would play Collier myself. I would add a little bit of pace in there, but I think he's probably going to pick Casemiro and Eriksen, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. It's not my first pick, but you know what? We have to make do with it, of course, guys. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to be giving my match preview tomorrow. Tomorrow, and Chatterbox will be my match preview. And I'm going to give you my prediction on Ten Hag's lineup. And I'm going to give you the ins and outs of what Brentford could do to us, the danger men, etc. Don't forget, tomorrow, Chatterbox, it will be on live, of course, on here. It's a wonder why emoji. Surprised you don't get that. It's an I wonder emoji. Surprised you don't get that because I'm not a kid, mate. At the end of the day, I could... emojis are not that thing, mate. That ain't a surprise emoji. That's a dribble emoji. That's a dribble emoji. Guys, look at this, right? Oh, I wonder emoji. That's not an I wonder emoji. That's like, I wonder emoji is this. That's not an I wonder emoji, mate. I'm not sure, mate. Absolutely. I'm not sure. Is our players training properly, eating diet? You know what? I've been saying this for a long time. You know what? There is a number of issues going on at Manchester United. It is no coincidence that we have a problem. And you know what? I would look at every single thing in regards to what's going wrong at Manchester United. I would look at even spiritually. I would. I mean, I'm being honest with you guys. And obviously, if we have the right dietitians and stuff, something needs to change. I said a long time ago that there is something fundamentally wrong at Manchester United. There is something fundamentally wrong with our football club and mentally wrong with our football club. And this is something we have to address. In regards to injuries, this is no coincidence. This can't keep happening. 60-odd injuries last season. We've already had a percentage of that this season. Do you know what I mean? We've already got into double figures of injuries, guys. Double figures already of injuries. Do you know what I mean? We are literally 7 games into the season and we're into double figures of injuries. What's going on here, guys? What's going on? The mistake Ineos made was keeping the manager. I don't think so, mate. I think he earned his right, Arasta. He earned his right to take charge of Man United. Man United is more than just the manager's mistakes, right? We've had Jose Mourinho. We've had Ragnick, who's doing fantastically well at the moment. We've had Ole. We've had Louis van Gaal. We've had world-class managers. We've got to stop sacking managers. We've got to look at the team there, right? And we got to look. People say, oh, but he signed his own players. He's got his own players in there. No. Well, it is. You've got 7, 8 players there that shouldn't be at this football club. Something is going wrong at this football club. He is not responsible for the injuries. And we can't just bring in the injuries because of Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag was not in Uruguay. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And Ugarte got injured in Uruguay. Erik Ten Hag is not the reason that these players get injured. We've got Ruud van Nistelrooy there. We've got Rene Hake there as well. We've got other coaches there that are doing the coaching. Erik Ten Hag's just doing the managing. So he's not the one giving them the drills. It is Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hake. So what is going wrong here? It's not just one dimension. That's a one-dimensional thought. It's just the manager. It's not. He earned the right to get more time this season by winning the FA Cup, right? Especially with the mitigating circumstances within the squad, especially with the injuries, especially with the off-field issues, of course, with Sancho, with Rashford, with Maguire, with Anthony, with Greenwood. Of course, he also had Ronaldo in his first season. The things that Erik Ten Hag has had to deal with the last 2 years have been absolutely incredible. Most managers would fold if they had to deal with that. Most managers would fold, in my opinion, if they had to deal with the issues that Erik Ten Hag had to deal with. Now, I'm not saying that Erik Ten Hag is untouchable. You know, if he carries on getting bad results, we know what's going to happen. He's going to lose his job. But I don't think we should blame him for every single nook and cranny that there is. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be blaming him for injuries. You know what I mean? Fixing the roof, the leak in the roof, and that Jim Ratcliffe said it as well, didn't he? You and your emojis, Kaji. Goodness me. Going forward, the emojis on the. By the way, Kazi, the emojis on my screen don't come out like you think they come out. They come out very small. Going forward, is a director of football bringing in the players or the manager? Going forward, is a director of football in the players or the manager? Going forward, is the director of football bringing in the players or the manager? The director of football is the one who decides going forward. He will be the one who decides. It will be basically Ineos, a consortium of people who would decide who's going to be the next manager. Now, we haven't had that over the years, have we? And you know what? It will be that going forward. And you know what? Nothing I would want more than to completely erase the negativity within the fan base and stuff and just let the football club choose the next manager and we go from there, guys. But my opinion is that Erik ten Hag is still our manager. We support the manager and we hope that we win the next game. And you know what? If we don't win football matches, we all know what's going to happen. He's not going to be at Man United anymore. We know that, you know. So you know what? I see it from a balanced point of view, but I'm not going to throw blame at Erik ten Hag for every single thing. I'm just going to say, look, you know what? That's not his fault. You know what I mean? Some of it is his fault. A lot of it is not his fault. I don't think Ineos made a mistake. I think they were perfectly entitled to give Erik ten Hag the beginning of the season, especially having won the FA Cup. And they also said that they didn't find anyone suitable for the position of Manchester United manager, which is fair enough. If they feel like the manager's not suitable, why are they going to get a manager in there? Do you know what I mean? Who they don't think is suitable. And there was no one available, of course. Please, guys, press the like button. I thought it would be on 4 likes. Guys, for goodness sake, goodness me, get some likes in the house, guys. How many times have I said, get some bloody likes in the house? You guys are absolute nuts. I've been saying for ages, get some likes, only 4 likes. We'll probably I want 20 likes by the end of the show, guys. 20 likes by the end of the show. You are all online. Right, I have a lot of haters who watch me, though, by the way, guys. So I have a lot of haters. So you guys are always all here. Guys, you are all here, all right? And so, guys, please, please, please smash a like on the video. If you can do that for me, guys, I'll be absolutely flabbergasted. Absolutely flabbergasted. Thank you so much, guys, who support me every single day. It means a lot, regardless of the likes. It does mean a lot to me, guys. Thank you so much. You brilliant, lovely people. Of course, guys, you lovely people. Big up, Joe Blackman. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yes, let's get the likes up, peeps. Up, likes. Algorithms, likes. They will do. People coming in too casual. They're casual, man. They're coming in there all casual. You know what? Yeah. No, I'll do it later. You know, come on, guys, get the likes up. Thank you, guys. Big up, Joe Blackman, of course, and Backhand Entertainment. Support the man. GK, absolutely. Big up, GK. Hope you're doing well. Big up, everyone. Good. Big up, GK. God bless you. How much hours sleep you take? About 8 hours, if I'm lucky. But I'm a grafter. You know, I do music as well and stuff like that. I'm a grafter. I don't stop. I never stop, guys. At the end of the day, so I'm a music manager. So I do things like that as well. So I manage music artists as well. So obviously I do distribution and stuff like that. I've also got a football team over here. So guys, I do work on it's under 16s football team, which I do as well. So you know what, I don't just do these streams, guys. I'm absolutely committed to you guys. I'm committed to the Danya. Absolutely. Big up. Sal, do you have a link? I got to say, I've got something to say. Yes, mate. I got a link. Just bear me a second, Rasta. I know StreamYard, I've got something to say. Absolutely. 1 second, Rasta. Give me a second. Rasta, StreamYard, I've got something to say. Sal, next manager incoming, bruv. Nah, not yet, mate. Let me just say this before I get someone in the show. Obviously, my friend wants to have a chat, of course, guys. But one thing I would say is that I said it already at the top of the show. Thomas Frank and Potter have signalled their interest in the Manchester United position. Should Erik ten Hag be sacked from his managerial position at Manchester United? Now, it is rumoured that Erik ten Hag has 2 games, which is against Brentford and against Fenerbahce. 2 games, guys. And to be honest with you guys, it's going to be precarious if he loses those 2 games. It will become a little bit precarious if he does lose those 2 games. He does need to get results. I do think it's going to be very difficult. We have Mainoo out for 5 weeks. We have Ugarte out for a few weeks. Who's going to play? Eriksen and Casemiro. I mean, I don't know. What would you guys do? I mean, would you let me have a look. Hopefully I'm back, guys. Hopefully I'm back. Yeah. Would you guys play Eriksen and Casemiro? Would you play Collier? Who would you play? Who would you play? Would you play Eric? I don't know. I mean, it's going to be difficult, guys. Sorry about the little stream interruption. Morning, Sal. What's your thoughts on Tuchel becoming England manager and the reaction from the British media? I think the British media are disgusting. I feel like they need to stop living in 1945. At the end of the day, if the British media really want to talk, why don't they talk about what's going on in the Middle East right now? Why don't they do that instead of talking about a German manager managing England? At the end of the day, why don't we talk about colonization and things like that? You know what I mean? Why don't we talk about that? These guys need to stop moaning about English manager, English manager. Do you know what I mean? It drives me mad. There is no one good enough as an English manager. There's no one good enough. Eddie Howe's not an elite manager. He's not going to take England to the promised land. He's not going to win England trophies. I tell you one thing. If Thomas Tuchel was England manager, right, during the Euros in 2021 and also the Euros last year, a few months ago, of course, he would have won England some trophies. He probably would have won something. You know what I mean? But Southgate was not that guy, and it's been proven he's not that guy. What English managers need to do, there needs to be a structure around the England Managers Association, so to speak. They need to build a structure and a conveyor belt of managers that are coming through who are English, right? It shouldn't really matter, but who are English. And then those same managers need to go abroad to the likes of France, Germany, Spain, Italy, even if it's Serie B, even if it's La Liga 2, even if it's the second French division. Get that team in the French division or the German league or the Italian league and take them to the top of the tree. Take them to the Bundesliga A, or take them to League One, or take them to Serie A. That's what they should do. Go abroad, prove yourself, build your way up like these foreign managers do, and then come back. And then say, look, I'm ready for the England manager. And then maybe you might get a chance at a bigger club. There's no coincidence that the foreign managers dominate the English Premier League. They're better. And England have to pick the right manager. They cannot be wasting time on a manager like Eddie Howe, who's not won anything, who was schooled by Eric Ten Hag in an FA Cup final. League Cup final. Too much to write in the chat. I know, mate. I know. I'll get you. It's early, Sal. People forget that it's already for work, and we have to remind them to drop a like. Absolutely, Joe, man. Mate, it is early, bruv. You know what I mean? I do understand. I do get likes later on, though. I do actually get around 20, something like that. How are we getting Thomas Frank? He already has a job. We have to pay him off. How, Matt? Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Fanactive 8, of course. Big up. Hi, Sarah Coney, 100%. Big up. They should blame Mason about let him 250 a week. Absolutely. Casey and Ericsson or Dan Gorey, I agree. Kingdom, I would much prefer that than to play bloody Ericsson and Casemiro. That's going to be like that's Bagel FC, guys. That's Bagel FC. Rasta, guys, the link is in the description. If you want to join the stream, guys, here you go. It's not in the description. It's in the comments, guys. Sorry, it's in the comments. The link is in the comments if you want to join the stream. Eddie Howe's a good man, at least for England, but he's Neville Carragher and all ranting dishes is Tuchel. Tuchel's the best manager for England right now. And I'm excited for England. I don't think he was right for Man United, but I think he's perfect for England. The only thing I would say is that I don't want him to go and start playing Mason Mount and basically playing Eric Dyer. He was known for that, wasn't he? Eric Dyer and Mason Mount. Goodness me. I mean, he might get Mason Mount playing good football, to be honest with you. Only Sir Bobby Robson gone to Barcelona and hardly anyone else I remember. There's not been great managers in the last, Brian Clough, of course, and Bobby Robson, as you said, GK. Those are the two managers, English managers, I highly, highly rate, of course, guys. Those were the only two I really rate, if I'm being honest with you. 100%. What's the last time England manager wins a Premier League, Euro Champions League, or Euro and World Cup? England's women's team manager is Dutch. Yeah, England managers need to improve. They haven't got the good manager conveyor belt. Big up Sniper Man, of course. Big up everyone, of course, guys. Absolutely. Let me get my friend Rasta Stocks in. Big up Rasta. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? It's like 2:30 in the morning for me here, right?
Wow,
but I don't work.
wow.
I don't work. I don't work tomorrow, so I'm off. I took some time off from work, but bro, I'm just gonna be brutally honest, right? I just say, you see, with our team, with our managers, the whole staff, and Ineos, and everything, right? Like, yes, we signed some good talent, right? Yes, we won our very first match, right? But Sal, it's like we keep making the same mistakes. So, the same mistakes. I agree with you 100%. We should have signed a left back. So, we had a left back. We had a backup left back, and the manager decides to sell him to Benfica. And although we have a buyback clause for 16 mil, 14 mil.
We sold it for 5.
Yeah. So Sal, so hold on a second, right? So do you think if we activate the buyback clause, do you think that player want to come back?
No, because he's not a Man United fan. People are saying that it's going to be easy to get him back. He's also wanted by Liverpool and Chelsea now.
Okay, so even if there's a buyback clause, the player could reject that. They're like, no,
Yeah.
I want to go play for Barcelona. No, I want to play for Real Madrid. And I tell people say when Luke Shaw is fit, he's this. I say, yo, Luke Shaw is unreliable. You cannot rely on Luke Shaw. You fit to go play in the Euros, but when it comes to the club that pays you your bread and butter, your bread and butter, you're unavailable. How many games he played last season, Sal?
Probably about 5. I think it was probably about 5. He missed the majority of the season, just like Mason Mount did. To be honest with you, I think he played
Yeah,
about 5. I
yes.
don't think it will.
Yes, and it's like we keep giving these injury prone players chances on top of chances on top of chances. If we bought that left, is if we had gotten a left back, right? That will send a message to Luke Shaw. Oh no, I can't always get injured. I can't always do this. I can't always do that because like I was watching an interview with Wayne Rooney, right? He said some of these players that are injured they could still play, right? Because their injury is not that serious. You feel me?
Hmm.
And Sal, for me, I tell people look at me when I say I'm crazy. I say Luke Shaw is a scrub. They say I'm moving mad. They say I'm moving mad when I say that, Sal.
No,
Like
you're not. But no, one thing I would say about it is that Luke Shaw, right? We have to look at it like this, right? Luke Shaw's been there since the Louis van Gaal days. Yeah, I know he suffered a big injury. I know that. Fair play. But it's been 10 years. Yeah,
yes,
and since the injury, and we can't keep blaming an injury. Ruud van Nistelrooy had a life, not a life threatening, but a career ending injury, right? And he came
yes,
back, became Ruud van Nistelrooy. You know what? Players get injured all the time. Yeah,
yes,
and I personally don't only think about his injury problems. I think he's a manipulator. I think he
yes,
lies. I really do. And I think Jose Mourinho pointed that out a few when he was at Man United
y-
manager. He
yes,
spoke
yes.
about it. He said some players don't want to play. They don't want to give the effort. They get a little bit of a knock and then they're, injured for weeks and weeks. Where some players play. You know
Sal,
what I mean? Like Bruno.
I played football growing up. Sal, I've been elbowed in the neck. I've been punched in the eye. I've been kicked in the stomach, and I got up and I keep it moving, right? Because we are playing a contact sport.
Hmm.
Football is a contact sport. So I was a goalkeeper, and sometimes in training, my coach would let me run around. You feel me?
Hmm.
And Sal, I could tell you some of these injuries that these players have, they are faking injuries, Sal. They're
Yeah.
faking it.
So
Like,
if they're faking it, you know what? I agree with that. I think there's a few players there that get a little knock and then that's it. I mean, and then they won't play for weeks and weeks. I think Mason Mount is one of them. This is why I said we should have stayed way away from Mason Mount because I didn't trust the guy. So I think that guy wasn't right for Man United. And this mentality where I don't feel like playing. I mean, how can you not play all season then play for England? That makes no sense in a Euro final. Big games like that, he's ready. But for Man United, he's not ready. And it's
he's
not the
not.
first
So,
time he's not ready.
yeah, exactly, Salah. And another thing, right? One thing I'll always criticize our manager about, and I will not let up on our manager about it. Listen, you you are the leader of the ship. Anything you utter out of your mouth, it has a ripple effect. How you come on TV on a press conference that's broadcast all over the world. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on Facebook. Every social media platform. And you come out and say, we are not ready for the Premier League.
I agree. I mean, that I agree with. One thing you don't do, and I've always believed, is you don't show your hand to people, even if you don't believe you're going to win. You're going to win the league or not. You always have. I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo who said it. You try.
Yes.
You
Yes.
try. You're going to try.
Yes, Sal. Yes. And my thing is, from you speak, from you utter out that mentality is gonna show, if it's gonna show it on the pitch. It's gonna show it. And Sal, like this manager thinks winning a FA Cup and finishing eighth is a success. You talking about I won more trophies after Pep, bro. I want us to win the league. I want us to challenge for the league. That's what
That's
I.
where we
Yo,
should be.
Sal,
Yeah.
you see, if we had finished fifth or sixth and we won the FA Cup, okay, I'll take that. But bro, Sal, that's the lowest we finished in our history since the eighth place. And he comes in and he breaks our record again for the worst start in the season, Sal. And I analyze this and I say this. You see, from the FC20 game, I was home that day. I watched that game from start to finish, right? And I watched the opposition. I watched the opposition fans, and I know people who live in Manchester that was at the game. They were fuming, fuming, fuming.
So if I
And
put this to you, do you think that it's just the manager, or do you think there's something fundamentally wrong at the football club going forward?
it's a whole entire structure. It's a whole entire structure. One thing I like about Ferguson. One thing I like about Ferguson is when it came to discipline, he'll discipline you. And one thing I like about Jose, he'll tell you to your face, you are shit.
Hmm.
I like that. I like that. Like, I feel like this manager is so afraid to speak. If he say the wrong thing to the players, right? He feel like the players don't want to play. I said, no, you're in charge of the team. If our players don't want to play, you bench them. Like, even the time when he took off Marcus Rashford, he took him off because of rotation. Sal, that was nonsense.
Well, the Porto game.
Yes, that was
There
nonsense.
was also rumors there was a bust up there as well. I mean, some people. I mean, I used to go to a hospital. I used to work in a hospital in London, right?
Yeah.
And basically, Bruno Fernandes' brother
Yeah.
worked there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I worked with him for 2 years. And all of Bruno Fernandes' brother had cousins as well who worked in the same hospital. There was a big Portuguese community within the hospital. And all of them support Porto. All of them. They support Porto, right? And they said to me, right, through their connections, that there was a big argument in the dressing room between Rashford and Eric Ten Hag. And I'm thinking, they said it was literally loud. You can hear it outside the dressing room. It was like that.
Yeah.
Like literally blowing up. They said that. And that sort of resonated with me because I thought, you know what, maybe that's why he took him up, because he was having a good game that day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Rashford was having a good game, more or less. You know what I mean? For his standards. Do you know what I mean? But, we don't know what's going on. But what I would say is that how are we going to improve going forward if this type of mentality, these type of players are still going to be at the club, regardless who's the manager? If we get Thomas Frank, if we get Zidane, are we going to still have those same crybabies? Are we still going to have Luke Shaw? Is that manager going to go up to Luke Shaw and say, there you go, you're healed. You can play now? You know what I mean? Is it going to be like that? We've got so many problems within that football club. And, we have to be...
Yes, Sal, listen. I tell people this, and I tell this again. You see, based on how we're playing, I told my friends, I said, bro, we're not making it to Champions League. I want y'all to get that idea out of your head. We are not making it to the Champions League because the standards that I am seeing right now, the standards I am seeing right now is not good enough.
Mm.
It's not good enough, Sal. Sal, I understand we had bad seasons, but we never had seasons like this. If we finish last time we finished what, six under Jose. Jose made sure he got us to the Champions League. He made sure we got into the Champions League. And
You
we
know
had
what? Yeah,
and we had injuries under Jose, but no, he made sure we got to the Champions League. And not to cut you off, Sal, like another thing, our manager, right, is so stubborn. Like Harry Amas. Why Harry Amas not starting? Why isn't he not playing?
I've been saying it for a long time. Now
Why?
people have been telling me, "Oh, he's not. He hasn't got the strength, and he's not ready." I would rather play Harry Amas than play square pegs and round holes, so to speak. You know, like a Dalot on left back. We know it's not working on left back. We know whatever reason it is, Dalot is not working at left back. Harry Mass
Diego
play.
Dalo is a right back.
He's a right back.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
specialized right back. He's
yes,
never played left back.
yes. We have a right back. We have a right back. You go buy another right back because he played under you with Ajax. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me right now?
One thing I heard this, Russ. I don't know what you think about this, but I heard it. Bayern Munich would only sell Manchester United Delict if they got the double deal with Mazraoui. I heard that. I mean, I don't know how true that is. They had to get both players in if they wanted Delict.
Sal,
He's got a heart problem. That's probably why.
Sal, and listen, I have a friend who lives in Germany. She's a die-hearted Bayern Munich fan. When I say is die-hearted Bayern Munich fan, she been a Bayern Munich fan since she was 7, right? Because her mother's Jamaican and her father's German,
Hmm.
right? Sal, listen. She said Mazuari is a liability. She said he's a liability. She said he's injury prone. And I'm like, why are we buying these injury prone players? So we're gonna trust the word of a manager just because he was in his Ajax. So Lusandro Martinez, Ajax, Andre Onana, Ajax, Matthias de Ligt, Ajax, Mazzori,
Anthony,
Ajax, and Anthony, Ajax. So because they have a relationship with Eric Ten Hag,
Ericsson, Ajax.
Ericsson, Ajax, because they have a relationship with Eric Ten Hag. Oh yeah, let's bring them to Man United. They play good. They play good under Eric Ten Hag. That was 2019. We are in 2024. Football has evolved and changed, Sal. And if this manager thinks these are the same mediocre tactics that he's using is gonna work, yo, we got slapped by our main rivals, Liverpool. We got slapped by Brighton. Sal, we got slapped by Spurs.
Hmm.
Sal, we got slapped
Well,
by
that's not the
Spurs.
first time we've been slapped by Spurs. We've been slapped by Spurs under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We were
Yeah,
6-1, didn't we? Spurs?
trust me, Sal. I remember. I know, but I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Spurs of all the teams you should be beaten, it should be Spurs. And I tell you, this game Saturday, I have no confidence on Saturday. And I hate to say this because listen, Brentford, their manager, Thomas Frank, he's good at what he's doing. With the small amount of budget Brentford has, he gets everything out of the players. They scored against City in the first 25 seconds, so the first
Yeah,
25
they've got the
seconds.
record. They've got the record for the most amount of goals from the first minute, something like that.
And
Some weird record.
I'm just like, oh my god. Sal, all I have to say, bro, is I have a feeling we're gonna finish 12th this season.
Mm.
12th. Because the mentality of some of these players, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And listen, he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play Amad Diallo, right? He hardly want to play Alejandro Garnacho, right? I felt like even before the two red card situations, I felt like he should have gave Bruno some rest because Bruno was playing all year round. Bruno was playing in the Euros. At least put Bruno out of put Bruno out for 2 3 games. Let
Hmm.
him get some rest. And now we got Kobe Mainoo injured. Now we got Manuel Ligarte injured. We got Mason Mount injured. Oh, we got our new signing, Manuel Ligarte, injured, right? And well, the Mazuari injured. So I'm just like, if this manager is gonna play Casemiro, Ericsson, right? Oh God.
We're screwed. But at the end of the day, Charles said I would play Leach left back. I wouldn't. I'll play him left side centre player. Play Harry Amas. I'll just play balanced team. Forget all this Leach left back, because if we play Leach left back, we're going to play Harry Maguire left side as centre back, and that's not going to work. It's going to be
Oh,
all
I
over.
forgot. I Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, who did the equalizer goal, is injured too.
Is he injured as well? My
Ooh,
God.
ooh,
Look,
so,
you know what?
well, I forgot
Let's say
about
this.
Harry Maguire.
Look, at the end of the day, we can't discount what obviously Ten Hag did in his first season. But what we have to look at is like this, right? We have to look at how can we go from beating Barcelona, right, knocking them out of the Europa League comfortably as well, right, and then not being able to beat FC20. Where do we cut the line and saying like, what is the problem here? Like, where are we going? Well, from the first season where we were playing well to this season. This has happened before. This is deja vu. This is not the first time. Third season
No.
syndrome. How bad it is irrelevant because we've been bad first season many times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this third season syndrome, you know what I mean, where we start down tooling, leaks start coming out. I wrote a tweet before the season started. I said last year, in fact, I said that, watching the first season when the leaks start coming out, when the players start down tooling and is this a coincidence that it's happening again? And where is it coming from? I personally think Luke Shaw is a snake. I do, right? Personally, I'm not going to say anything too sinister, but I personally think he is. And I do think we need to cut our losses on Marcus Rashford as well. You know what I mean? I do think we need to cut our losses on him.
Sal, Luke Shaw is a snake. Luke Shaw is a scrub. Luke Shaw is a scrub, man. Yo. Snake isn't too nice. He is a scrub, man. Like, Sal, to me, right? Eric Ten Hag is so stuck in his old ways. He's not used to trying anything new, right? You're relying on these players. You're relying on them so much, right? But yet you have other potential in the club, right? Yo, when Portugal played against Poland, I forgot that player we sold. Why did we sell him? Why?
Oh, Fernandez.
Yeah, no. You remember Bruno? Portugal played against Portugal. I mean Poland. That
Oh,
player we
Denaye.
played, huh?
Oh, Denaye.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why did we sell? Yeah. Why did we sell him?
mate. Do you know what? I have no clue why we sold him. I said that before we sold him. I said it before. I think we should have if we should have looked at Agate is a great player. I know he's a good player. I don't know what's going on there, but we should have got Amrabat and kept Amrabat, and we should have
Yes.
kept Adonai as well. I personally
Hey,
believe
hey,
because he was one of the shining lights in the preseason.
it's
In my
funny. It's
opinion.
funny you mentioned Amrabat. Yo, we playing Jose next. We play
Don't worry,
Jose. Yeah,
they'll be ready. The Fenerbahce will be ready. Fred will be ready. Amrabat will be ready.
yeah,
And
yes, yeah,
wouldn't it be
yeah, yes.
ironic though if
They,
that is
they,
Eric Ten Hag's last game?
yes, Fenerbahce is going to destroy us. The way how we
I think
played,
I don't know. I mean, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I just don't think it's looking good at the moment, mate, with the injuries as well.
we drew Our first match in what? Who do we play first in the Europa League again?
2020 FC
FC
20.
20. We drew against them. We drew against Porto. Fenerbahce is gonna destroy us, bro. In Europe alone. In Europe alone. Under this manager, our record is horrid. 10 in Europe. Under this manager, our record is horrid. Horrid.
Look, you know what? What we have to do is this, right? At the end of the day, what matters is the results on the pitch, innit? At the end of the day. And I think he's got 2 games. My opinion. I said I'll give it to Halloween. Always said I'll give it to Halloween. And if it's not improving by Halloween, we might as well just cut our losses and get someone else. If he did lose his job, right? Who would you go for the manager?
Honestly, I wanted Tuchel, but that's out of the way now. Tuchel's gone. He's England. Like one thing I can say. One thing I can say about Tuchel, as much people want to criticize him. Oh, England should have this. Yo, Tuchel will find a way to win. He will find a way to win. Trust me
The
on
problem
that.
with Tuchel is that he will play. Obviously, he had a problem at Bayern Munich because he had to change his tactics. He used to play the 3 at the back, and then he changed to 4-4-2. And he's not a 4-4-2 manager. And the Bayern Munich crowd were screaming for a 4-4-2. And when he did do it, you know what I mean, they started declining. You know, he did prefer Eric Dyer. You know, which I don't rate Eric Dyer. He did prefer. Eric Dyer, for crying out loud, you know, and I was a bit wary about that. I'm also a kind of guy I don't like going to old managers who've managed other clubs in the Premier League. I want someone
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
want
But
someone like an Amarin.
honestly, I wanted us to get Inter's manager, but
He's,
he said no. He came on and said no.
he can't speak English. He's not ready. He
Yeah,
said he's basically not ready. I don't think he won't. He would never come. But I think he, you know, if he can't speak the language, he's a bit concerned about the
true,
language difficulties
true,
and that. But
true.
there's a number of managers go there. But if it fails, it's going to fail again. Unless the manager's given the power to get rid of those 6, 7 players that are still there. You know, unless he's
It's
given
not,
that power.
there's nothing for me. Luke Shaw has to leave. Marcus Rashford has to leave. Who else has to leave? Casemiro is one. That's three. Casemiro has to leave. Lindelof has to leave. Right. Um.
What
Shit.
about Anthony? What do you think about Anthony?
Oh, hell yes, definitely, 100%. That was a flop, a failure. Has to leave. Mason Mount has to go because he's a disgrace to the number 7 shirt. I don't know why they gave him the number 7.
Yeah, I disagree. He should never have been given that number 7 shirt. Eric Cantona, George Best, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham wore that number 7 shirt, and they earned that number 7 shirt. And nowadays, it's lost its prestige because they're giving it to anyone. They gave it to Memphis before that. You know, it's crazy.
Sal, put it this way: they gave the number 7 shirt to Scrubs.
They've ruined the legacy of the number 7 shirt. They have, really, honestly.
Yeah. Sal, we're basically a mid-table club.
Yeah, I mean, the cream will rise to the top. I firmly believe we're going to come back. Whoever is under, yeah, we will come back. You know, it's depressing even for me. You know, I know I'm positive and all that. You know, but I've witnessed a lot of titles under Sir Alex Ferguson in my life. You know, and I know the levels that Man United need to be at. You know, because this is embarrassing every single day. I mouth off a lot. You know, I love the banter. You know, I do go on Twitter and I do give it to other fans, and it's embarrassing for me because some of us, look, I always said, right, in regards to Eric Ten Hag, I said, okay, he won the FA Cup, give him a few games at the beginning of the season, see how it goes. If it's not working, cut it off early. I said it, right?
Yes.
And right now, it's not working. So I would have done it after the Spurs game.
Yes.
I would have done it straight after the Spurs game and said, okay, move on. You know, next manager in, you know, and that's it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to become that club till we get it right. We're going to have to say, right, we're not going to give you big contracts.
Absolutely. And Sal, like, from me, right? If we sack him, we have to pay him 17 million pounds,
Yeah.
right?
And if we get someone like Thomas Frank or someone like Amarin, we're going to have to pay another 20 million pounds as well.
Yes, yes. So for me, I just want. I don't know what Ineos is planning, or Omar Barada, or Dan Ashworth, or who the structure. I don't know what they're planning, but I hope they know that we're not willing making it to Champions League. I hope they know that.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
because Sal, if we don't make it to Champions League, that sponsorship is gone.
yeah.
That shit
And
is gone.
by the way, there is a stipulation in Fernandez's contract in regards to the left back we sold that in 2025, the stipulation of 16.7 expires and we
Uh
have to pay 50, 60 million for him.
Oh Lord.
That's
And
probably how much it's going to be worth. And people are talking about this stipulation. This stipulation lasts till January.
yeah. So and this is another thing. We had talent. The manager come in, get rid of the talent, and we're suffering. So some of these players leaving is on Eric Ten Hag because he want to play favoritism and he wants to be stubborn. But listen, you see, stubbornness is going to cost him games, and it might even cost him his job. And you keep saying, "Oh, I want more trophies under Pep."
Look, I'll give a question to everyone, right? I'll give a question to everyone. When you start, like, you're not only as good as your last game. I always believe that, yeah, right. And Sir Alex Ferguson never went in front of the press conferences and said, "I've won a treble." You know, who are you?
Yeah.
I've won 3 trophies. I won 13 Premier League titles. Who are you to speak? When you start speaking like that, it's sort of it shows you're being defensive and you're being a little bit. They're winning. The media are winning. They'll laugh at you. They don't care what you won in 2017. They don't care. Do you know what I mean? They just say, "What's the next one then? Have you won the Premier League? You know, have you won the Champions League? Are you in the Champions League?" You know, just concentrate on winning football matches. That's what you need to do. And
Exactly. And
when one thing I disagreed with him, I disagreed
Uh-huh.
100%, and I said it was, "We're not ready." You know,
Exactly.
and that I was fuming when he said that. I said, "Come on,
Exactly.
man."
Exactly.
You know, if Arsenal are ready, right? Arsenal have not spent a lot like us, you know. And if Liverpool are ready, you know, Arne Slot and everything, you know, why are we not ready?
So Arnold Slot came from the same Dutch league as Eric Ten Hag. The same Dutch league as Eric Ten Hag. He was coaching Feyenoord. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
But why is that? Because in that Eredivisie, right, it was Ten Hag versus Arne Slot most of the time. It was Feyenoord against Ajax, and Ajax generally won.
Yeah.
You know, and I find it weird that I just feel like there's no one right now. I don't have the confidence right now that we're gonna challenge for a title unless something seriously changes, not just at the manager, but everything completely thrown up in the bin, start again. You know, and that's it. And where we're gonna go from there. You know, I think I believe looking at our squad that the team is better than it's performing. I think the team is. I mean, you got Delict, you got obviously Licha and Casemiro and players like that, proven winners. You know, I do believe that is better than it's showing. You know, but for me, Brentford is the game. Yeah, and Brentford is a game we should be winning, even if we have injuries. We should be winning against Brentford. Even if they score early or whatever, we should be coming back and winning the game. You know, I think we will win the game. I think we'll win 3-1. I got this feeling. Obviously, the knock of Ugarte and Mainoo is a problem, big problem.
Yes.
But you know what? What do you do with that? And this is why I've always said, play the youth. Give the youth 20 minutes. Give them 15 minutes. Give them 20 minutes. Because when it comes to these times, that's when you need those players. You need them. And you know what? Now
Exactly, Sal. Exactly. Because listen, the whole of last season he played Garnacho. He played Kobe Mainoo. How come you don't want to play nobody else? How come you don't want to play nobody else?
this is the problem, and we burn out players. And Mainoo needed a break. I said it weeks ago. He needed a break. He needed a break. He played in Euros almost every game, and then he played in the Premier League. He needed at least a couple of weeks off. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it. He used to send Cristiano Ronaldo off to Madeira for 2 weeks. He goes, come back when you're ready. He used to do that. You need that in the squad. You do need that. It's, at the end of when you're relentlessly playing the same team every game, it had no harm in playing Harry Amas. No harm in playing Harry Amas against FC20, against these teams, against Porto. Probably would have won those games, if we're being honest with you, if we had Harry Amas and in a more balanced side, of course, because when Dalot's on the right, he's more of a threat going forward, and he can cross a lot more, and he can get forward and overlap and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But in regards to the squad, his biggest issue for me is he picks the same team too many times in regards to the same players.
And he's predictable. He's very predictable. Manager is predictable. I tell you this, any opposition manager could predict who he's going to play.
Absolutely. Let me bring in Fix. Fix has been waiting a little while. Big up, Fix. What's going on? Sorry for keeping you waiting, my bro.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing, man?
Fine. What I just want to say is the blame is not only just on the manager, So my fellow panelists was mentioning games we lost and all that. I can also come up and counter it by saying we beat Liverpool and went to the FA Cup final and beat City. The other two big games. So he also has some flaws to himself. I mean the manager. So I understand why the media tried to boss him to the corner. He's frustrated and he threw it back to them that he has won and all that. But that our manager has been disrespected many times. I remember just winning the FA Cup final, right in the pitch. The arrangers of this war started, embarrassing him. So that kind of
really thing. Mike's kind of muffled.
Yeah, your mic's kind of muffled, Fix. Your mic's a little bit muffled. I kind of get it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's a little bit better. So, it's a little bit. Speak. Go for it.
Okay. I say right in the pitch, at just winning City at the FA Cup final. Arrangeur and cool.
You sound like you're underwater, my friend. You sound like you're underwater. Yeah. Hold up. Let me add GK to the stage. Big up, GK. No, he's not there. He's gone. Sorry, Rasta. Go for it, bro.
Yeah. Man, so all I gotta say is, man, I want to see progress and progression in the right direction. But as of right now, it's hard to say that. It's so hard to say that, Sal.
You know what? We are the biggest club in the world in regards to the revenue we make and the fans around the world. You go to America, you go to Africa, you go to Asia, you see Man United fans everywhere. I live in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East, and I still see Man United fans, even though this is a Man City town, at the end of the day. And, we need to start doing something quickly. And I would take anything, regardless who the manager is, to get us back to where we want to be. That's all I'll take. I don't care. I just want us to, even if we become a sacking club, I'll take it, because it worked for Chelsea. One thing we do, where our fan base, in regards to players and manager, is we're too attached to certain managers and to certain players. We're player FC, we're manager FC, and that's what I don't like, the overzealousness of the football club. We need to be ruthless, you know what I mean? We're the Red Devils, for crying out loud, you know what I mean? And we don't act like it, and I think Old Trafford is soft, it's not intimidating. It's not intimidating at all. The fans are quiet, and there's a lot of things going wrong with Man United. And if I was to, having witnessed Man United from the late 80s to now, the biggest difference is it's a bit like that winning feeling, like when Man United used to play, even in 2008, when we became the best team in the world again under Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney and stuff, that feeling you get when we go on a pitch, we're winning the game, who cares? You know what I mean?
So,
We
so,
were like that. It was like
so,
that feeling, that winning feeling. When you
yeah,
watch Arsenal and Man City now, that feeling you get, they're winning. They're going to win anyway.
yeah,
It doesn't mean
yeah,
they're 1-0
yeah,
down. They're going to win anyway. Brentford, they go 1-0 down. Now they're going to win anyway. It doesn't matter. They get
yeah.
another goal. Equaliser, there you are. Even if 10 minutes to go, they'll get a goal and then score another one straight after with 2-1, 3-1. And then, that is it. Game over. We don't have that. We concede a goal. You think, that's it now. Where are we going to score? That's
Yep.
the problem.
I think what this club needs, they need somebody like a Roy Keane. You feel me?
Yeah,
They need somebody like a Roy Keane.
I agree.
You know why I say they need somebody like a Roy Keane? I remember I forgot what, I think I was like 6 or 7 years old. I was watching on I was watching on TV when Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira got at it in the tunnel. You remember that,
Yeah, and he
right?
backed him up. Yeah, he backed Gary Neville up.
And he
Yeah.
and he back Mary Never Gary Never. They don't have that in the squad. They don't they don't
When
they don't
when
have
we
that in the
used to,
squad.
if you watch old games, right? When we used to have a problem on the pitch, like I remember when David Beckham came back from the 1998 World Cup, and obviously he had the scrutiny around the red card with Argentina and stuff.
Hmm.
When I was in the stadium at that time, and the amount of abuse he used to get, but whenever someone would come in with a 2-footed challenge on David Beckham, that you see 8-9 players going straight to that player. Like honestly, like a charge, like a Roman Empire going straight to the player. Like, what you doing? Like backing up the player, backing up Beckham, grabbing him. People, we were intimidated. I know, like these days, people say you get a red card and stuff like that, but it's not. You don't need to do anything, punch the referee or anything like that. Obviously not, but it shows like your unity. It shows that we're in for war and we're together. We're in the trenches together. We don't care. You mess with one of our players, you mess with all of us.
You
That one with
remember?
Roy Keane, that feeling, and then that game where we smashed up Arsenal at Highbury,
Yep.
and John O'Shea chipped the goal,
Yep.
nuked the goalkeeper, and my goodness me, we don't have that anymore. I agree, we don't have that
We we
anymore.
we, we don't have. From remember we played against FC Bayern when Harry Kane and a few other players from FC Bayern came and surrounded Garnacho. Hardly any other United players came to defend him in
Yeah,
the Champions League.
regardless,
Hardly.
yeah, right or wrong, regardless what it was, they should have backed him up. I
They
agree.
should have
They
backed him. And I'm like, yo, no, there's no way. And I'm like, yo, a trophy-less player like Harry Kane coming to Alejandro Garnacho, who actually won a trophy. I'm
yeah.
just like, oh my God, that is
Who are
crazy.
you? Who are you? Do you know what I
Who
mean?
are you? And as much as Harry Kane is a good goal scorer, this and this, what, yo, bro, all the years you stayed at Spurs, you have won nothing. Nothing. You went to FC Bayern, still didn't win nothing. And I'm just like,
What they should have
wow.
done, they should have went up to him and said, "Who are you?" Like, you know what I mean? How many trophies you won? Annoy him a little bit, raffle him up a little bit, make him a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then get on his nerves, get on his other side, you know what I mean? And then he's going to start doing, it's going to rattle him a little bit because it's the truth, and that's what they
Mm-hmm.
need to do. You need the dark arts of the game. They need to learn about
Mm-hmm.
the dark arts of the game. Do you know what I mean? We don't have the dark. We like, you know what I mean? We're like basically, oh, you know what? We're playing the game, and you know what? We win if we can, and we play well. We go again next time, and it's like that. And you know what? This go again business. I'm tired of it. Win the goddamn
It's
game.
not good enough, Sal. To me, it's not good enough. We have a in the dressing room, on the pitch. We have a weak mentality, and you see, weak mentality is not going to win us anything.
It's not. It's not. But the problem is that it's so like basically the problems at Man United are so multi-layered. It's like it's ridiculous. I mean, we can point one finger at one thing at the other thing, but unless we get rid of everything, that's the problem. And I'm talking about the names you mentioned there, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Maguire. I would even now say, look, Bruno's been talking too much to the media, and talking to the Portuguese media and stuff. It doesn't help. It doesn't help the football team. If you got a problem, perform on the pitch. At least get your own house in order. I would say,
Yes,
get your own house in order.
yes, and the red cards. You want to apologize for the red card? Yo. I'm like, bro. I don't want to hear no apology. I want you to prove it on the pitch. I don't want to hear no apology. I don't. I really don't want to hear no apology from Bruno Fernandes. I don't. You want to apologize about a red card? Prove it on the pitch. Prove it to us why you were chosen to be captain. Because listen, you see, when Harry Maguire was captain, we were winning games. We were winning games when Harry Maguire was captain. As much as Harry Maguire made mistakes, we were winning games. As soon as they took the captaincy from Harry Maguire and gave it to Bruno, it's like we made a complete 360.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't it Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who didn't want to give Bruno the captaincy? It was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who said he's not the captain material. I think about then we were crying for Bruno to be captain, and then there was something there that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could see that we couldn't see, and he didn't want to give the captaincy to him. He kept it with Harry Maguire, and I believe him, because do you think that Bruno is inspirational? He's inspiring. Do you think he is? He's going to get the team to play football? I don't think so. I think he's a blamer. He blames people. I think Sancho said it on the pitch. He said, "Stop moaning" to Bruno on the pitch. I think he moans too much. Moaning doesn't help.
I watch of all the players I watch on the pitch is Bruno. Because to me, Bruno is a crybaby, bro. Bruno is a crybaby. Oh, he missed a goal. Oh my God. He throws his hands up in the air. I'm like, bro, grow up and move on. Just grow up and move on. And me, I do not recognize Bruno Fernandes as a captain. I don't. To me, you're just an average player, bro. At this point, you're just an average player. But you play good for Portugal, but you don't want to play good for Man United.
Trust me, man. It's a big issue. It's a big issue that we're having with these players. But these players, look, if the new manager comes in, they're going to be forced to play those same players. Bruno's going to be there. I guarantee you. Even Tuchel said it. Tuchel said it in an interview. I can get the best out of Rashford and Bruno. And that's when I went, nah. I don't want this guy. That's when I said that, because I can get the best out of Rashford and Bruno. You shouldn't have to be motivated to play for Man United, to play your best for Man United. We're Man United. You get on that pitch. People died for this football club. You play for Man United. You get on that football pitch and you play football. I need to be inspired, to play for the football club. I need a manager who motivates me. It has to be on some of these players as well, because we know their capabilities. I'm sure that Eric Ten Hag is not telling Rashford to run quarter length up the pitch and then turn around and pass it back. There's problems going on there. There's like down tooling again, and I don't think now. Look, I think yes, we should get rid of the manager if he doesn't win these next 2 games. Up to Halloween. I said I'm going to stick with that. But you know what? We do need to get rid of some of those players as well, because they're not exempt from blame. They're not exempt from blame. We know what they're doing. I can see it on the pitch what they're doing.
And listen, I would have never gave Bruno a contract extension. Sorry, I wouldn't. I wouldn't extend his contract.
That's what I said. We're too attached to certain players just because they played well for 18 months under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he's a decent assist record. Like we're like, no, we need to play him. Sir Alex Ferguson used to get rid of players after 29 years old, 30 years old. Apart from probably Ryan Giggs, he used to get rid of players after 30, when they reach 30, 31. He would say, that's enough. I'll be very interested to see our lineup if Ferguson was there right now. A lot of those players would be dropped. Bruno would have been dropped a long time ago. But we seem to play players again and again and again until they play well again. And we see, I told you. They say, but he hasn't played well for 10 games.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you're saying, I told you. You know what I mean?
I know it's so funny. So Ineos got rid of Ferguson.
Oh, man. Oh, no. He stepped down, didn't he? He stepped down.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, this team, our manager, the whole structure, if they don't turn things around, oh my God.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks, Rasta. It's been a pleasure, man. I better wrap up the show and stuff like that. Thanks, brother, for joining me today.
No problem. No problem, man.
Do it again. We'll do it again.
All right, later. Yeah.
Later. See. Guys, that was Rasta stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, look, you know what? I like to hear opinions, people who are completely now finished with Ten Hag. Obviously, me, I'm still there, and I'm still with the manager, and I'm still with the football team, of course, guys. I'm not. I just believe that, you know what? If we get to Halloween and we're still not where we want to be, do you know what I mean? Then we have to start thinking about, because we cannot keep this going. And regardless about patience, football's changed now, in my opinion. It's changed a lot. But I would give him a next few games. I would, and I'll see how it goes, guys. Let me get some of your comments in, guys. Eric Ten Hag's proved wrong in it. Nothing I want more, Randy. Nothing more I want than Eric Ten Hag to prove a lot of people wrong, to be honest with you. I don't see us going on winning the run because Eric Ten Hag doesn't work. We got no goals and a dodgy midfield and defence. We rely on individual brilliance, which isn't sustainable. It's been like that for a few years, though, Almac, hasn't it? We've been dying down on goals for a long time now. Come on, people. Let's get the 60 likes and remember to turn your notifications on and stuff. Thank you, Jim. Big up, Jim. Guys, sorry, I thought I'd do a call-in show today. I thought I'd get Rasta on. He's been Rasta. I've been obviously got an opinion about Eric Ten Hag. I like listening to his opinion and stuff about it and stuff because he's got a good opinion. He's got some good points. He's got some good facts there. Big up, greetings to you. Big up, everyone, of course. We don't have the manager problem. We have player problem. I think it's multi-layered, Randy. I think it is multi-layered. I think it's a culture problem in general at the football club. I think we do have a culture problem at our football club that needs to be fixed. Do you know what I mean? It does need to be mended. So sorry, Sal. I will join again. No problem, mate. Yeah, whenever you want to join, man, let me know. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Brian, do you believe in Eric Ten Hag? It looks grim. We have to try. We have to look at the end of the day. What I would say is to support your football team until he's no longer the manager. I know it's difficult for you guys who don't want Eric Ten Hag as the manager, but what I would say is to support your football team until he's no longer the manager. Because we know if he doesn't get the results, he's no longer going to be the Manchester United manager anymore. We know that, don't we? So I would say is to support your football team for now. If things go pear-shaped, and then you know what. He's not going to be the manager anymore. So, you know what? You don't have to worry. Things will change if he doesn't get the results on the football pitch, of course. Hi, Mac. Randy, I blame the players. I blame the players too. Hi, Matt, Brian, Mac. Big up everyone, of course, guys. Big up, Randy. Also, blame is on Ten Hag as well as the players and the board. Most importantly, there needs to be accountability from the owners to blame manager and players equality. There's a lot of problems at Man United, absolutely, Jim. It's multi-layered, and you know it's going to take more than sacking a manager to fix this problem, I think. We are stronger than last season. We have to be patient. Hope so, Randy. Big up with the positivity, my guy. Always, Randy. Love it. Shout, we don't have leaders on the pitch. It's true. And that's what we were pointing on earlier on today. We were talking about, obviously, Roy Keane of this world. We don't have. I would also bring him back to the club in some capacity. Not necessarily a manager, but, you know what, behind the scenes and stuff like that. Agreed, Chow, absolutely. Ten Hag, please quit picking your favourites and start picking players on form. Agree. Hurricane. We're the Hurricanes, the champion spirit, here to stay. Hit the lights. Come on, guys. Thank you, Randy, legend. Thank you, everyone, of course. The best way Bruno can show he's sorry is on the actions. Absolutely. Actions speak louder than words. Weeks ago, it was poor of him to like the Sancho post. There is the leader. He not only liked, he commented, didn't he? He said, what kind of mentality is that? Thank you for bringing that in, Jim. Exactly. What kind of mentality is that? You know what I mean? When he's backing up a player who disrespected the club, disrespected the manager, but more importantly, disrespected the fans in Jadon Sancho. You know, basically, Bruno told us the United players around him ain't good enough, and he shouldn't be doing that in Portuguese duty, Chow. Don't do it. Don't do it, because at the end of the day, whether you think they're good enough or not, go to the manager and say it. Speak up. You're the captain. Say it to the manager. You know, don't go to Portuguese media. What's that going to do? They don't support Man United. They don't care. They don't have our best interest at heart. If United players are good enough around him, he needs to marshal the troops and get the best out of them. Absolutely, Jim. Absolutely. He's been the 3 out of 10. Bruno has been our worst player this season, so he's no one to talk. He cannot be talking about performances if he hasn't got his own house in order. He hasn't got his own house in order. He's the one who's down tooling. He's the one who's 3 out of 10 every single week. So if Ten Hag keeps losing, then he needs to get sacked. Yeah, I know that. I've said it 100 times. I'm not going to Ten Hag out, but speaking the truth unapologetically and still back him. I'm sorry for being so positive, but that's how I am. I love it, Randy. Be yourself. Keep doing yourself, my friend. Keep believing in yourself and what your opinion is. Because at the end of the day, no one's one opinion is absolute facts. I agree with you, Randy. I do think it needs time, but at the end of the day, football doesn't work like that. Unfortunately and sadly, you know what? When it gets to Christmas, if we're still 13th, I say 14th to 8th, or I say 14th to 6th, if we're around in between there, that's it for me. I do believe that. But you know what? I really do wish him the best of luck. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. Ciao. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Big up. Yeah, so at the end of the day, guys, yeah, it's a multi-layered problem that we have to address. But one thing I would say, and I would stress it right now, and I'm going to stress it, each one of your points have legitimate facts to it. Each one of your points have meaning, right? Positive and negative, right? They do. But one thing I would say that we unite with is support the football club regardless what happens right now, right? Support Erik ten Hag until it's no longer possible to support Erik ten Hag because he's no longer the manager. It's not about being Erik ten Hag in. It's not about being Erik ten Hag out. It's about being Manchester United in. It's about trusting your club and believing in your club, right? Whether you want Erik ten Hag in or out, it's not about being in or out. It's about the results on the football pitch for Manchester United. That's what it's about. And some people think by supporting a football team, right? By supporting your football team, you lack standards. You know, you don't know what this club is about, and you're pathetic, and you shouldn't be. You back a guy who's 14th. You back a guy who lost 7-0 to Liverpool and blah blah blah. No, I back Manchester United, and that's the difference. There's a difference between being Ten Hag in and out, right? It's nothing to do with Ten Hag in and out. This has nothing to do with Erik ten Hag in or out, guys. This has to do about supporting your football club. Whether it's Ten Hag in, whether it's Ten Hag out, whether it's Ten Hag's no longer the manager, whether he is the manager. This is about wanting your football club to win, not wanting your football club to lose so that it fits your narrative. No real Man United fan wants Man United to lose. No one, right? Not me, not anyone, right? Regardless what you think about the manager. And I don't want Man United to lose against Brentford. I want Man United to smash Brentford. I want us to smash Fenerbahce, and that's how it should be. Unfortunately, we got some in the fan base, especially on social media, who want us to lose just to prove a point. And that is not a Man United fan for me. I need to teach these people what a fan is. These people just follow the club. They don't love the club. And I've said it over and over again. No real Man United fan wants Manchester United to lose, regardless in and out. Forget about Ten Hag in and out. You still want your team to win on a Saturday afternoon, on a Wednesday evening, on a Thursday evening, whenever it is. You want your team to win. People who actually support other teams whilst they're playing the team you supposedly support. My goodness. Should have got an abortion. Sorry, guys. Let's go through Jim. Agree. Absolutely. All right, Sal. Absolutely agree. I want us winning trophies and games, being the top dogs of the world for a while. So we will see that again. We have to be patient. It will happen. By hook or by crook. Big up greetings, everyone. Big up everyone, of course, guys. By hook or by crook, it will happen. If Ten Hag stays, I want you to support the manager, and I want us to carry on doing what we have to do, guys. And you have to support the manager regardless. That is what a Man United fan would do. Big up, yeah. That is how a Man United and should do. Should be supporting your football club, regardless how you feel about the manager. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter. I know there's some of them are new school fans, been supporting Man United since 2004. A lot of these guys don't really understand Manchester United. They don't really understand where we come from, right? It's not good enough right now, and we need to improve results. I agree, but go back and research us a little bit. Learn about our history, learn about our heritage, learn about where we came from in regards to adversity, and learn about how we almost came on the brink, right? Until Sir Alex Ferguson came in. That's what I would say to those social media fans, right? But they won't do that, right? They'd much rather go on, you have no standards in the bin and stuff. My standards are my standards at the end of the day. And my standards, to be honest with you, are astronomical. because I've seen it all. I've seen trebles, I've seen doubles, I've seen doubles, I've seen the Champions League and Premier League double. I've seen us go from adversity to winning leagues against all odds. Do you know what I mean? I've seen all of that. And the thing is, when someone comes on, been supporting the team 10 years, standards in the mud and it's not about standards, mate. It's about supporting your football club. I know we got to win the league. I know we got to challenge for the league. I know we got to challenge for the Champions League. I know that. At the end of the day, but what I'm not going to do, I'm never going to turn against my football club and support another club. Never. Like you guys do, celebrating our greatest rivals, Liverpool, scoring against Man United. I can never do that. It'd be never in my DNA to do something like that. It's this. It is. It's disgusting, in my opinion, guys. Wanting other teams to win is disgusting. And to be honest with you, I don't agree with that. And I wish that people who support other football teams, when our football team is playing, look, you can not want to watch the game. You could be fed up. You could be tired. You could be disillusioned in regards to the football team. But one thing you never do is you support another football club and wanting your football club to lose. Right? It's disgusting, and it's an insult to the word a supporter or a fan, And as I've always said, standards. You need to have standards in your loyalty, because loyalty is everything in life. If you don't have loyalty, who are you at the end of the day? I mean loyalty to your football club. I'm not saying loyalty to any individual player or any individual manager. It's not about that. It's about loyalty to your football club. So when you're going out and supporting other football clubs, celebrating them scoring, going, yes, yes, yes. That's not a football fan. That's not a football supporter. That is not Manchester United. It's not just about winning. Part of the joy of winning is adversity. You know what I mean? You can't appreciate the sun until you felt the rain, And that is what it's all about. Whether Ten Hag is in or out, shake it all about, doubt or not, whether it's a Ten Hag manager, whether it's Thomas Frank manager, whether it's Zinedine Zidane is the manager. I will be the same. I'll be supporting my football club, regardless. When it comes to 3:00 kickoff on a Saturday, when it comes to the Wednesday or the Thursday or the Sunday, I'll be supporting my football club. And that's what I'll be doing. And so many have lost that, sadly, and so many have never had that, maybe. They've never had that. They never understand what it takes. You know what I mean? They don't understand the ins and outs and the intricacies of success, Basically, Bruno told us United players. Yeah, I think I've read that one. Let's go to the bottom. Sal's forgot the time. Absolutely. I'll go on and on sometimes, guys. Kick in the guts. Big up, Jim. Agreed, 200%. It's the kick in the kick I feel when Liverpool or City score against us. Scream and anger. I hate it. Yeah. Thomas Frank is a shit coach and not good enough. Yeah. I mean, one thing I would say about Thomas Frank is that, he'll probably get bantered by that Man United team. They'll probably banter him. So I missed my earlier comment. I've got hundreds to get through, Jim. Hundreds. I try my best to get through them all. I had the Rasta stocks, of course, on the channel. So absolutely. I think I read that one. I read that one. Absolutely. I read that one, guys. I read that. Randy, we must stop being fans fanning shit. The way we must become supporters of the football club. And this is the main point I would say. You are a supporter of Manchester United. You support your football club. I will say it again and I'll stress. Just because you want your manager in or you want the manager out, that is entirely your opinion, right? It's a democracy. You can have your opinion. But when you openly want your team to lose, that is when the disrespect comes for the football club and the pure contradiction to the word supporter. It's an insult, right? So it's nothing to do with Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag in, Eric Ten Hag out. It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with Rashford FC or Martial FC or Pogba FC or Sancho FC. It's about Manchester United FC. Manchester United FC. That's what it's about. So either support your football club, or my opinion to those people who don't want to support their football club and want the team to lose so that Eric Ten Hag gets sacked. My opinion to you, and this goes with 99.9% of the Manchester United fan base and the legends, the door is there. Please use it and close it on the way out. Big up, Jim. Big up, Jim. Love you, brother. Same, mate. Absolutely, guys. I've been way over the time, guys. Literally got my lunchtime now. I don't eat breakfast, as people know. I eat at 12 o'clock midday. I don't know where I find the energy. You know what I mean? Big up, of course. Jim, I love my club, Manchester United, so much. I'll be up to 2-5 kick off to sport. Absolutely, and that is love, Jim. And what do you do it for? The love of the football club. You don't want your football club to win. You can have your opinion about Eric Ten Hag. You can have your opinion about certain players, but ultimately, we're on the same ship, me and Jim. You know, we're on the same ship. We want the football club to win. We want them to win, and that's what we want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we want the football club to win, guys. And no matter what, that will never change. That will never change. Absolutely not. Guys, big up everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, guys. United for life, F the rest. Big up, Brian. Love it. United for life. Glory, Man United from around the world. Big up, Rasta Stocks for joining me. Great opinions there. Great speaking to him, of course, as usual. Big up everyone who's joined me today, of course, guys. Amen. So true, Sal. Big up, Jim. Absolutely, mate. We have our opinions, but ultimately, we want the same thing, don't we? We dream the same dream. We want the same thing, as Belinda Carlisle once said. But, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And you know what? Bring on. Look, tomorrow I'll be doing my match preview. I'll be doing a watch along on Saturday as well. So lots to come on the channel, guys. So don't forget to subscribe, spread the message, and keep it united. Ignore the noise, drown out the noise, and elevate the support, guys. That's what it's all about. Drown out the noise, elevate the support. All the best, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to get a little bit of a munch. Who's the soggy biscuit of the day? There isn't none. I haven't really read one. I'm going to give it later on. I'll give the soggy biscuit of the day later on to someone who deserves it, guys. So later on, it's still open. The soggy biscuit of the day is still open, guys. It's still open for debate, guys. So, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Shall see you later on for Chatterbox. Don't forget to join me for Chatterbox, please. Very important, guys. Thank you so much and have a splendid day. All the best. Take it easy.